What's up everybody, it's Hosey, and today we're moseying on over to Simi Valley, where we're going to actually visit the Presidential Library of Ronald Reagan. So let's get into it. The Ronald Reagan Library is one of 13 presidential libraries in the US, and with over 60,000 artifacts, it covers the history and life of Ronald Reagan. So I had to come out and check the front here. It's pretty cool. So we have an amazing view of the Simi Valley right in front of us, right in front of the library, which is over here. And then you have a piece of the Berlin Wall right over there. And then the store, as well as a Reagan cafe where you can go in and just get any type of goodies or anything like that. And I had to come out here because of the view, because that's just absolutely spectacular, having that view there. So let's actually go in and experience some of the historical artifacts. So I couldn't talk a whole lot while I was in the museum, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys kind of a tour here. So this museum goes through the chronology of his life, so starting with his family life, high school years, as well as university years, then his political influences, so like running for governor, then becoming president, and then you have the assassination attempt here with the real clothes that he was shot in, and you kind of get to see throughout his life just who he was, how his influences affected politically, and his life in the White House, and it goes all the way up to his death. These are all Nancy Reagan's outfits. Like, the woman had taste. Look at that. Look at that scarf. Wow. So being a Jeep owner, I had to look at this. 1943 model. That's so cool. US war photographer. Talk about a heavy job. So I originally thought this was a replica. This is actually an Air Force One that they used. Now Reagan, he didn't like the public having to pay for press to fly with him, so he actually charged press first class airfare and $1 to fly with him. It's funny. Now in order to continue the exhibit, I have to go up, and I'm waiting for this elevator, which is taking forever.
One eternity later.
Berlin Wall. I feel like I'm back home with the European sirens. Here's the street jacket. This is a piece of the shrapnel from the North Tower during 9/11. Insane. Look at that. So while going through this entire exhibit, they have a ton of stories. Some of them I'm going to go ahead and mention. So like how Fanta was created during World War II from leftover food scraps from industries at the time. You have the story of red lipstick as well. So it was known in Allied countries that Adolf Hitler really hated red lipstick, so everyone would start wearing red lipstick as a sign of patriotism and just anti-fascism in general. It's a pigeon nest. That's really cool. That's so cool. And another story was that of David Conover, who was a photographer, and he went to the Radio Playing Munitions factory in Colorado and photographed this curly red-haired young girl who actually was Marilyn Monroe. And that was how she was discovered, was she was putting together some things in the assembly line for the war effort, and they noticed that she had a very beautiful face and they had her go and audition, and from there, the rest is history. So while I was filming this particular dress, the docent there was saying that it was for an American bride, and it was made out of a Japanese soldier's parachute, which is interesting, especially with the stigma there with the war effort. And with that, that concludes our visit to the Presidential Library of Ronald Reagan. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I was very touched and fascinated by a lot of the stories, especially in the World War II exhibit. Comment down below which story fascinated you the most. So if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. And another story was that of David Conover, who was a curly red-haired. Oh my god, hooked you. Some of them include like the red lipstick regarding, I don't even know what I'm talking about.